The Hampton 250 was exciting with the finish line duel between Clay Rogers and Bobby Gill. The rematch, however, has been marred by rain with little time for practice and no qualifying. But now, the sun has come back out. That incredibly close finale is still on everyone's mind.
But there's some guys that got a lot of experience around here that might know some things that we don't, so hopefully we don't get caught off guard.
I hope I can just beat Clay through the corner and get him on the back stretch and be leading this thing for the first lap.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hampton, Virginia Honor Flight 250 from Hampton, Virginia. I'm Ted Jones along with Gene Crane. A great race in store today. The weather, well, the Aaron's weather report tells us it's cooled down a bit, 82 degrees, breezy, and just a little cloudy. A nice day for racing.
Well, Ted, normally we don't race during the day, but with the rains yesterday washing out qualifying and eventually washing out the race, well, we're here today at a race in the sunshine. Let's get down to Rick Benjamin.
Well, we're at Langley Speedway near Virginia Beach, Virginia. Just under 4/10 of a mile. Interesting day today in the history of the Pro Cup Series. This is the 300th event since the series began back in the 90s. I'm Rick Benjamin. Good to be with you at Langley. We're racing in the daytime because we had hard rain here. Less than 24 hours ago, this area was under about 9 inches of water. Everything's dried out now. We're ready to go racing. Tough racetrack. Very hot day. We spoke to pole sitter Clay Rogers a few moments ago. He starts up front because qualifying was rained out. Owner points determine the starting lineup today, and since the 54 has the most owner points so far, he gets to start inside row number 1.
You know, we'll take them any way we can get them, but, you know, it's kind of disappointing a little bit in a way. We finally felt like we had a car that was capable of sitting on the pole, and we were fastest in practice, and kind of wanted a shot at it just to see if we could do it. But, hey, we'll take it any way we can get it.
Now, Mary Fugere is here. She's with the Hampton Convention Visitors Bureau. We talked to her about the town's 400th anniversary.
We're the oldest continuous English-speaking settlement in North America. That's a big claim to fame.
What will folks who want to visit next year find? What are some of the special things they can enjoy?
Well, we're so fortunate because our annual events showcase our history, as do our attractions. You know, we have the Virginia Air and Space Center here, which celebrates NASA Langley and Langley Air Force Base, and our harbor tours highlight our historic forts. Hampton University Museum, even Langley Speedway. You can see the wind tunnels from here. So our annual events will be kicked up a notch with a lot of spectacular festivities celebrating the anniversary, and then we'll have a really big bash on July 9th through the 11th as we celebrate the 400th anniversary, the official anniversary, with the annual Hampton Blackbeard Festival.
Is there a website to go to for more information?
Absolutely. It's visithampton.com or hampton1610.com. It's July 9th through the 11th, and it's a great time to go ahead and make your hotel reservations now.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That's Angela Leary, a member of the City Council. Who's on the pole? Clay Rogers?
Clay Rogers will be joined by Bobby Gill on the outside of row number 1. Brandon Ward starts on the inside of row 2. He's joined by Drew Herring in the 22S. Row number 3 will see Lucas Ranson, the rookie, in the 00, and Caleb Holman in the 75. Row 4 is J.P. Morgan on the inside, and Florida's Billy Bigley Jr. in car number 28S. Jeff Agnew starts on the inside in car number 73 of row number 5, and Bryce Walker, the young rookie, in the 65. Derek Cale and Brett Butler make up row number 6. Row number 7, Ronnie Souders in the 75, and Wally Smith in the 28. Row number 8 will see John Gibson start the 13 on the inside, and Matt Lofton in the 07 from the outside. Row number 9 is Larry Barrett in the 04, and car 31, rookie Justin Boston. Row number 10, Tom Powers in the 55, and returning to Pro Cup Racing, the 11 of Joe Gaeta. Woody Howard in the 55 on the inside of row 11, and Jeff Oakley in car 17.
Jim McLaughlin is our honorary starter. He's with Honor Flight, and we're off and underway.
Well, on the break, Bobby Gill tries to give chase on the outside, tries to challenge Clay Rogers. It's a green racetrack. All the rubber that had been worked in during practice was washed off the racetrack, and it is Rogers that's going to take a commanding point as they exit turn 4 for the first time.
Now check out the racing side by side. Lucas Ransom and Brandon Ward. Look at that, a drag race down the backstretch. Who's going to win this one?
That battle for third is intense. Brandon Ward up the outside slides a little bit. So does Caleb Holman at the very top of your screen. That 75 car, the Food Country USA 75. Couldn't get a grip getting into three. It slid up the racetrack almost into the wall. Here's the battle for fourth. Brandon Ward on the outside, and that's Drew Herring of the BTS Tire and Wheel Distributors 22 down low.
We'll take a look with the speed cam as they come across the start-finish line. They get some speed up here at Langley.
And don't forget, this is the angle we wanted to see. Last time we were here with that four-wide finish.
On lap number 7, our first caution of the race.
Looks like Bryce Walker has contacted the outside wall along with Larry Barrett.
Let's check in with Rick Benjamin.
As you can see, the rear clip is bent badly on the race car. The bracing that protects the fuel cell pushed up underneath the car. A lot of sheet metal damage as well. They're going to have their work cut out for them if they're going to get young Bryce Walker back in the race here today at Langley Speedway.
This coverage of the Hampton, Virginia Honor Flight 250 is being brought to you by Aaron's Sales. Nobody beats Aaron's, nobody. And by Lucas Oil Products, the official lubricants of USA Racing. And by Sunoco Race Fuels, USA Racing's fuel of choice because quality and consistency count. And by Strutmasters.com, proud sponsor of the Strutmasters.com Pole Award for suspension experts. On lap 48, we're on board with Billy Bigley Jr. He has a new look this weekend.
Certainly does. The Honor Flight group putting a brand new paint job on the 28 of Billy Bigley Jr. We talked to Jim McLaughlin about Honor Flight.
Basically, the Honor Flight program is our way of saying to the World War II veteran and a terminally ill veteran, thank you for your service. We do that by taking them to see the memorials in Washington, D.C. We see the World War II memorial. That's our priority at this point, simply because we're losing these gentlemen so quickly.
I think it's great. I think it'll give every veteran a memorable time to think back and to review his past and to be thankful for it and to be honored. That's the thing.
Talk about patriotism. Ralph Blythe was 15 when he joined the Army, turned 16 when he was stationed at Okinawa before being sent home by the Army.
Boy, look at the battle going on here in lap 57 between Drew Herring and Lucas Ransom. You're on board with Lucas right now with the Lucas Oil sponsored onboard camera.
Well, Lucas Ransom, one of our youngsters here in the Pro Cup Series, has done a fantastic job. Picked up a win earlier this season at Langley Speedway. Has been very, very strong and in the top 5. Oh, in trouble. Herring gets into the back of Ronnie Souders. The AutoCarpetPros.com 75 goes for a spin, and we're back under caution.
Will Drew Herring have to go to the back of the pack?
No, he won't, but Drew Herring has seen the caution come out, as has the rest of the field. Everybody coming to pit road for service. Rick?
Almost 60 laps on the board, and the race leader, Clay Rogers, started on the pole in the CNC boiler machine. One here in May. It's going to be fuel only plus an adjustment. A little bit of wedge adjustment on the right rear corner. First can of fuel, they've got a problem with it.
Yeah, it looked like Clay bumped the throttle just a little bit and disconnected the dry brake. Had a little fuel spill there on pit road. Aaron's lucky dog will be Brett Butler in the Lone Max Chevy. He'll come to the back of the pack for the restart with Justin Boston, your new race leader, down to turn 1.
Well, we'll see how long he can hold that. Let's face it, he stayed out. That's how he got the lead. How long can he maintain it? Oh, a little problem there for Derek Cale, but no, yeah, we do have a caution, too.
There's some damage to the nose of the 07.
Jeff Agnew in the 73 car, Lucas Ransone in the 00 among the front runners who are pitting now. Derek Cale's team bring the Heritage Truck Center's car in. They're going to fill that car with fuel. Ransone tops off with fuel. Cale is down and away. He was involved in that tangle over in the second turn.
Pretty good damage to the nose of Matt Lofton's 07 as we go on board with Matt and the Strutmasters.com 07 machine coming back to pit road. They're going to look at that hood. That really is going to concern them in terms of getting air to that radiator.
And there are helmet cam. You're going to look at exactly what the crewman sees.
So that's that big guy body work down there on pit road. Do what you got to do to get him back out there. And Matt Lofton returns to the fray. Jeff Oakley making his first start of 2009 as your Aaron's lucky dog.